Hi, everybody.
Hey, everyone.
I'm Mackenzie.
I'm Kyle.
And this is Fanning Out with My Little Pony Friendship is Magic.
I am new to this episode and beyond.
And I have at least seen these all 3 times through. I finally counted and made sure I got all of the correct notifications. But yes. And this is 3 times full through it fully. There's some episodes you just have to revisit because you know which ones are good. You know which ones are your favorite. But Kyle's brand new.
Yes. And if you guys are wondering after this many weeks why we're still doing Zoom, let me answer that for you. It's pretty simple. I have a baby. It makes it very hard and difficult to find schedules. I even had to cancel a few things just so we could film today because that's the life I live now. So that's just how it has to be from time to time. And we've learned that Zoom works from time to time. So why not keep doing it as long as you're getting us? Then, we're working it out.
It's better for me to keep my germs to myself.
That's always also good, especially with the baby. Yeah, I appreciate it. Anyway, today's episode is called The Main Attraction. I literally have no idea what this could be.
Not even a guess.
But if I had to guess who it could be about, even though she's gotten plenty of episodes this season, I would guess Rarity.
Would you say she has plenty of episodes, or could you say you would want more? Because we all know you would want more.
She is great. She is great. Yes, absolutely. But the main attraction. Here we go.
Oh wait, that's me. Every What is it, Pinky? I have the most amazing news ever. It is totally gonna freak your friends! Well, spill it, Pinky! I have booked the one, the only Countess Coloratura!
Who in the hay is Countess Coloratura?
That's me at any...
My prince has been freaked! Do you mean to tell me that you actually know Countess Coloratura?
Well, I don't think it's the same pony, since my friend wasn't any sort of highfalutin countess.
Do you remember her cutie mark?
Sure do. It had this super colorful bunch of musical notes that just shimmered in the light.
What's this?
Well, fancy that. That there's the very same cutie mark.
Do you have any idea the number of hoops I had to jump through to get her to perform at the festival? A whole lot of hoops! That pony is very demanding!
No.
Yeah, I completely understand. We artists require certain necessities in order to do our best work.
This was clearly some sort of misunderstanding, because Ra-Ra was just as down home as me.
Ra-Ra?
Even that big name was too fancy for her, so I shortened Coloratura to Ra-Ra. We had the best time at Camp Friendship. We were like 2 apples from the same branch. Ra-Ra and I prepared this song for the Camp Talent Show. When we performed, she belted it out, singing in the most colorful, clear voice I'd ever heard.
Equestria, the land I love, a land of harmony. Our flag does wave from high above for pony kind to see. A land of friends, where pony
Wind.
kind to roam.
Of course. Strangely doesn't seem to be affecting Applejack.
Equestria, my home.
After camp, we wrote to each other for a bit, but then we lost touch. Ra-Ra always did want to go to Manhattan to try and make it big. But a demanding diva? You'll see, she's just a plain old pony like you and me.
I'm guessing she won't
I
be.
don't have to wait. She's here!
Okay. Oh, her hair I don't like as much anymore.
Ra-Ra!
I don't know. I like the style. I do. The veil is weird, but everything else I'm okay with.
I like the twirls of the original look. I like the...
Obviously, if this is somebody in real life, I'd be like, do you have to make her But like the look. I like the look.
Hi, remember me? We met at Camp Friendship. I gave you the nickname Ra-Ra.
AJ?
AJ.
Yeah! Howdy, Ra-Ra.
Oopsies!
What?
Ooh, you You got Hoovesies from Countess Coloratura. Look! She clearly thinks you're very special.
Yeah, no, that's an insult.
Hoovesies. Hoovesies.
Though it was
love his hair
muddied a
color.
bit with your interaction with that dusty farm pony, do you actually know her?
Oh yeah, that's my childhood Philly friend, AJ. She was the one that started calling me Rah-Rah.
Common. Of course, I was the one that started calling you Countess. And just look at how you've moved up in Equestria since then. Why, you've gotten
Fire him.
everything you've ever wanted.
He's awful.
Speaking of which, where is the pony Pinkie Pie?
I'm the pony Pinkie Pie, Mr. Manager, sir.
Do you have the water imported from Rainbow Falls that I requested for Countess Coloratura?
I have 20 glass containers full right here.
Did I not tell you to provide straws in all of Countess Coloratura's beverages?
I don't think so. But lucky for you, I have the biggest straw collection in Equestria. Fernando.
Well, by some miracle, your requests have been reasonably met. So let us move on to rehearsal.
The weirdest part is like I know people like him, and I hate it.
Pinky's right, Rarity. The Rah-Rah I knew didn't hide
It's
behind
terrible,
a
I'm
veil
sorry.
giving out fake stamp
I wouldn't allow
kisses,
myself to
sipping
know
up
people like
imported water,
him.
and eating her
I would
cherry
just
sip.
quit. I don't know,
Oh, I
whatever.
do
I did.
understand.
I did.
Oh,
Sometimes
okay.
it's hard to see our friends once
He
you
sounds
see
like Jim
Countess
Parsons a
Coloratura
little bit.
perform, You simply won't believe it.
Just trying to figure out who he sounded like, but yeah, Big Bang Theory guy. That one noise sounds like a glass on a table. Oh, wow. She also sounds super auto-tuned.
Yeah, but I like it.
Very,
I mean, it's pretty
Lady
cool
Gaga.
for My Little Pony. Think about that.
Oh, yeah. It's very
How
Gaga,
dope
though.
Spectacular, Countess Coloratura.
Oh, thank you, Sven Gallop.
Correct me if
Spangella.
I'm wrong here, but that feller isn't actually complimenting Rah-Rah. He's complimenting all the bells and whistles he's piled on to make her Countess Coloratura.
Oh, no. You don't understand, Applejack. Creating all those elements is a lot of work.
If you ask me, that wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing.
I agree with that one,
Oh, if we're all done here, I'd love to go back to my trailer and rest, Sven Gallop.
Actually, right now you're scheduled for your meet and greet with the school ponies.
Ugh, I can totally get you out of meeting with the school ponies, Countess.
Absolutely not. My favorite part of any event is meeting with the school ponies.
School ponies will be so happy to hear that, Rah-Rah.
That makes me happy. Like that.
Ponyville School Ponies! As part of the Helping Hooves Music Festival, I'm holding a contest where some of you will get a chance to sing with me on stage at the concert tomorrow.
Yeah, when you're at status, you have an obligation
Now, who wants more hoovesies?
to do the right thing
Now
and
that's
support
more like
people,
the
you know,
Rah-Rah
especially
I
kids.
remember.
That was for Countess Coloratura. This is for me.
Well, we have lots of tasty oats right here in Ponyville.
I would not feed those to a chicken.
You're a
I
bastard.
want top-of-the-line Appaloosan oats. Next,
Well,
it
that would be an
appears
insult
that
to
we are
bastards.
surrounded by apple trees. Bring me 500 pre-peeled, pre-cored apples, and I want those things in 24 hours.
But that's impossible.
Good.
Do you want me to pull Countess Coloratura from your little podunk charity shows? I will.
You are the worst. Great
Applejack,
hair, though.
Sven Gallop just made all of these new demands, and he said
I heard, Pinky. I'll talk to Rah-Rah and fix things right up.
you wrote to Countess Coloratura about me.
AJ said you were the best little sister ever, Apple Bloom.
Yay, I'm glad she's decent.
All right now, you best get along, little ponies.
Oh my god, I love this moment.
He was demanding all sorts of stuff from Pinkie Pie.
Sven Gallop works very hard as my manager, AJ. So if he needs some things when we're on the road, I don't see anything wrong with that.
Well, do you see something wrong with him telling Pinky that if she doesn't get those things by tomorrow, he'd pull you from our charity festival?
He knows how important charity is to me, and leaving the festival would completely ruin my image.
I'm afraid Sven Gallop doesn't give a pickled pippin about your charity work.
That's not true. Sven Gallop has always supported me in all my interests. You're just saying those things because you're jealous.
Jealous of what? A pony who hides behind a veil so thick she can't see
no.
when some pony's using her? No, I'm not jealous of that,
Line has been
Rah-Rah.
crossed.
I am not Rah-Rah. I am Countess Coloratura. And while we may have been friends when we were young, we have clearly gone in different directions.
Pinky, but there is no way I'm letting that lousy Sven Gallop use my friend like that. But I saw the real you hanging out with those school ponies yesterday. And I know some pony that'd prefer if you stopped doing those little events.
Ugh, not this again.
You just gotta give me a chance to prove what I'm saying is true.
And just how are you going to do that?
Do exactly what I say. We'll see if that Sven Gallop truly has your best interests at heart.
It's like I'm
Sven Gallop?
on Applejack's
Sven Gallop?
side.
Where are you, Sven Gallop?
I also wonder
Here I am.
how
Did you need
much she's
something?
crossing.
Yes, I was considering maybe canceling the contest with the school ponies.
Countess, this is wonderful. I've been waiting forever for you to cancel that pointless school pony contest. We're making some adjustments to the show. Follow me. Cancel the contest for the fillies and schedule me a spa treatment. Now that I don't have to oversee a rehearsal with those brats, I have time for the works. You know the drill. Deliver, or the diva ditches your dippy charity. Okay, Countess Coloratura, all taken care of. You know the drill. Deliver, or the diva ditches your dippy charity.
She did know.
So that's how you've been managing things?
Yeah, so what's the problem?
The problem is you've been using my name to intimidate ponies to get what you want.
But I work incredibly hard for you. I deserve everything I get.
But not because you scare ponies into thinking I won't perform for their charities otherwise. I would never do that to my fans.
There we
which is
go.
why you should have known that I would never cancel the school ponies contest.
All this charity and school pony contest nonsense is just remnants of that boring little rah-rah I met back in Manhattan.
You clearly don't understand the real me.
That's a joke. I made you some pony. What can you even do without me? Good luck, Countess Coloratura. Good luck.
I think she'll be fine.
I'm so sorry. Are you gonna be okay for the concert tonight?
Of course. After all, the show must go on. Oh my gosh, Rarity. Sven Gallop's right. This is gonna be a disaster. I'm gonna be terrible.
She looks great. I love that
Give us a
hair.
minute, Rarity.
Certainly.
That hair I'm all about.
Now, why is it gonna be so terrible?
Because Sven Gallop was in charge of everything. The lights, the visuals, the sound. Without Sven Gallop, I have nothing.
Sven Gallop turned you into Countess Coloratura and acted like your friend so we could enjoy the perks that came with being a star. But the real perk of friendship is getting to see your friend being true to their self. And rah-rah, when you're simply yourself, you're the brightest star I've ever seen shine.
Whole concept of YouTube right there. Or Twitch.
Good evening, every pony. Welcome to opening night of the Helping Hooves Music Festival. Now it is my great honor to introduce you to our headlining act, Countess Coloratura.
This song may be familiar, but yet it's totally different. Kind of like me. Rah-rah.
It's very much Gaga.
Yeah, I just realized that's literally what the rah-rah is.
I'm here to show you who I am. There's more to me than glitz and glam. Oh. And now I feel my stars align. For I had believed what I was sold. I did all the things that I was told.
Now there's a song.
But all that has changed and now I'm bold, 'cause I know that I am just a pony. I make mistakes from time to time. Now I know the real me and put my heart out on the line. Let the magic in my heart stay true.
So good.
Magic in my heart stay true. Thought I was weak, but I am strong. They sold me the world, but they were wrong. And now that I'm back, I still belong. 'Cause I know I am just a pony. I make mistakes from time to time. Now I know the real me and put my heart out on the line.
I like the liners and everything too.
Magic in my heart stay true. Just like the magic inside
Love that.
me.
I love that.
Very good. Very, very good.
I had forgotten who I really was. But then an old friend reminded me what real friendship is about, and she told me that if I was true to myself, I couldn't go wrong. So I have a very special surprise for her. Apple Bloom, Sweetie Belle, Scootaloo, come on up.
Aww.
Equestria, the land I love.
I wonder what their classmates are thinking right now. Especially the one that's often bratty to them. That's the same song at the start, isn't it? I think so, yeah. What a cute episode. That was so good.
It's a really good one. Really, really good one.
I think the message is a little harder to get only because it's harder to relate because she's a pop star. But there is still a message. I would say at least the message that seems clear to me is stay true to yourself, I guess. Best message I could get out of that was stay true to yourself. You know, not all friends from the past are necessarily always going to be exactly the way that this was in this case, where they're out looking for your best interest. It did feel a little bit like where Applejack was coming from was from the right place, but it also feels like she crossed some lines that were not under the permission of her. I mean, at some point it was, because it was like, okay, I'll go along with this. It's like the time that I submitted my sister for art school because I believed that she had the talent and skill and deserved to like see that she had the potential, but she never did. And then I did it and I felt really bad and I didn't tell her. And then later she was thankfully understanding, but I was also expecting her to be very mad at me, understandably, because it's like, you don't just get to submit my work to a school without talking to me or asking me. Because sometimes, you know, you have to run things by people. So I don't really know what the right answer to that whole thing is. I mean, obviously, if it turns out well, then it was a great move, but it's also kind of a tricky situation where it's like, do you cross that line without getting permission? In this case, Applejack ultimately did get the permission of Rah-Rah.
It's interesting because this is an Applejack episode.
Yeah.
But it's not really even a main 6 episode. It's more about Rah-Rah in general.
Yeah.
You don't really catch that until after we get introduced to her and actually get to know her a little bit.
Yeah.
But I am so thankful that they showed a different stereotype than what the stereotype is normally for celebrities. For celebrities, we fully expected her to come in there and be like, "Oh, Hoopsie's for everybody."
Yeah.
This is what I do, and now I'm going to be a bitch elsewhere. But she wasn't. She actually cares about her fans. This is something that she does for her fans, which is the sticker, the little like face thing, and all that. And this is what she does to like connect with her audience, and that's great. And she was doing everything possible to connect with every single person, even Sven, her manager. So if you noticed when Applejack came to badmouth her manager,
she was like standing up for her.
She was even standing up for him. So it's like she was being a good friend, but in a different way from what we normally expect, because we always expect, as you were saying, the main 6 not to be the ones that we are like questioning their motivations or their actions or anything.
Right.
So it's fun to see that with Rah-Rah. And then obviously, the only thing that I wish was different in this episode is that Sven could have had some kind of revelation. Instead, he was just like, deuces, I'm gone. And took everything with him.
I mean, to be fair, not everyone terrible out there has a good heart and deserves to.
But in Pony, in Equestria, we get all this kind of most of redemption arcs.
I think most of the time that's the case, but not always. And I think that's also a reality that kids and everyone watching have to learn, because some people just are. There's no redeeming them, you know. It's just unfortunate.
And my other really thing that I love a lot, as far as my Twitch and stuff goes, I love glitz and glam. I love a little razzle dazzle. Give me a little razzle dazzle. I always want to be true to myself, and I want my audience to know me as you do for your YouTube and here. But I like a little razzle dazzle. And the thing is, there's nothing wrong with that. And she was not taking it with intent to hide herself. She was just taking it with an intent of, this is how I'm creative in this aspect, but with somebody else's boost.
Yeah.
She just also has to remember she doesn't always need that as an extra razzle dazzle to be herself also, and just to recognize her own talent. So
yeah, and that's another thing. Yeah, it's so important to be genuine and to be who you really are, which goes back to what I said earlier. But it is like, I think in the grand scheme of things, sometimes it's easy, especially for people like us who are constantly in front of a camera, trying to give people what they want always, like thinking this is all that, or if I'm not flashy enough, that somehow they won't still like me. But the real truth is the best winning game in all of this, the best winning route to go is to just simply be true to who you are and follow through and be, a decent person because it's who you are. Unless, of course, you're a terrible person, in which case maybe either work on yourself or hide that part.
I don't think Rawr was really in the wrong for any of it. And I really think that she did a great job the entire time. I loved her in her razzle dazzle. I loved her out of her razzle dazzle. I think it made me cry. She's just a great character. And I really, really appreciate this one, because that's what we need to see more of. We need less celebrities being full of themselves and more celebrities that are like truly about their fans and truly about their communities that they create. Because I feel like that's the only way that you really like deserve any of it. I like it. I like this episode. I like this show.
Yeah,
it's a good show.
This one's a good one. This one's I think more relatable to you and I for sure. Yeah. I really like that. Yeah.
Community is what it's all about.
It is. Yeah.
All right. Anything else, Kyle?
Nope. Just, you know what, guys? Thanks so much for fanning out with us.
And fans out. Bye, pony people.